Hi friends, welcome to Gann Decoding, Gann Cycle Decoding channel for the week starting on 13th January 2025. Hope all you are doing great and having a good time at your trading desk and enjoying a prosper and profitable trades. Let's start this week's video. Before starting, there is a formal disclaimer. Then let's move to Gann cycles, which are in fact derived from Bible or so-called biblical cycles. Now, here is a few of the cycles listed wherein 2,300 days or weeks or years, and same like 70 weeks of Daniel for 90 years. Now, if you are able to recall, in the tunnel through the air, Gann has taken 70 moon cycles between disappearance, reappearance of Mary. And that is how this was, refers to the 70 number cycle. There are, in fact, 69-week cycles and 7-year cycles also existing in Bible. And 1260, the Gann explicitly mentioned this cycle length in his novel. In fact, the base of this is of Emperor Justinian's decree to Pope Pius VI had warned. And in case of stock market, this may please be taken as a 1260 weeks, days, even hours, or for any intraday purposes, 1260 minutes too. This depends on how you would be able to exploit this. Having said that, it doesn't apply to every stock or all asset classes, but certainly for major group of the assets being traded worldwide. And there are some ways and means to tweak these numbers and make suitable for the trading, long term, short term, or whatever the period you choose it from. So, what I rather recommend you is to experiment with 1260 and 1335 figures cycles on your chosen markets and test it and find it. But it works. It works with some um, application of uh, minor adjustments. And hope you will be able to crack this, and the crux of this will be realized to you sooner than later. Let's now move to a topic of Gann's famous interview, wherein he stated that his theories of law of vibration are based on electromagnetic waves. He said that the principle of stock movement is based on telephone. That he was indicating that it is based on electromagnetic waves. The electromagnetic waves, he was referring to the planets which are emitting and which we, inhabitants of the earth, subjected to. And based on that, he used to calculate the price and time moves, which he termed as a law of vibration. Here there is a chart. We can see that this is for one of the stock, wherein the inner chart is for nutshell one, the middle one is a progressive, and the outer chart is a transit, as in today. Uh, I do know that there are various theories, recommendations are prevailing as far as decoding the natal chart pattern for trading purposes. If you have gone through Gann's original cotton stock market course, I beg your pardon, original coffee course, there Gann has given a natal chart which belongs to coffee, and therein he has demonstrated exactly similar chart indicating the natal, the progressive, and the transit chart. During that time, he was not having support of softwares which are presently having advantage of. Quite obviously, he used to work quite hard for those things which we even perhaps not dream of doing without softwares at our disposals. And this is an irony that though we are having advanced so-called systems, softwares, tools, apparatus, still struggling to imitate what Gann did a centuries ago. Coming back to this chart, here we can see that some of the planets we should consider it as an important one. For instance, here, rather, I would like to mark Jupiter as one of the important planet, followed by Saturn, and not to forget the Mars, Sun, and to some extent, Venus. Now, these are not constant for every natal charts to extrapolate to further delineation part of the trading techniques. This planets, I mean, depends on the reference natal chart we are taking for study purposes, and that's why more of much of the people around are not able to crack this technique. They usually depends on a conventional Western astrology wherein the moon, the sun, ascendant, and meridian coeli are taken as an important, and further, whatever the aspects are being formed to those important objects are considered for price derivation or the trend finding. But it is not that way Gann used it. And that's where the difference of natal astrology and Gann's system of application of planets to stock market law of vibration is differs. This is quite very important thing. I'm not. It's not my intention to teach you over here the full technique, but that is how one has to start with when you want to dwell on this Gann's law of vibration analysis and going forward, making an effective system for trading or forecasting of any asset class which is of your choice. So please concentrate on such things. Take a lot of examples. Try to find out. Like you may just take an example of why I taken these planets as a more important rather than other planets. And if you see, I have not taken even the sun as the prime. It are in order of preferences. I have taken Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Sun, and Venus. And whereas these three are more important among five, and all these five certainly play a role in analyzing and projecting future price movement with respect to time as far as this instrument is concerned. Let's move on to what is had in this week for Nifty. As you can see, we are seeing continuation of downward movement for Nifty. And to start with, the week may start with of a sideway movement for a 2 days, and then followed with some 2 days drastic price nosing down. And this is just an assessment, and this is rather I would prefer to refer to intraday chart rather than completely having my trading ideas based on weekly chart. But it will give, nevertheless, it will give us some of the ideas. Now, as per this, almost some 1,000 points uh, movements uh, we are expecting in Nifty towards the down for this week. And this is an assessment and based on various tools and techniques recommended by the Gann and his various courses. And it's after a weekly chart, let's move on to what is having a stock for the first day of the week, that's 13th January 2025. As you can easily see, the price is almost expected to make a U-shape moment as to start with going down, but by end of day it may recover to the almost considerable extent. But then I should admit over here that whatever the impulses shown are not presenting the price magnitude or any way it indicates price movements. Suppose if the price at 920 over here we consider, and price all the way drops down to at about 1 o'clock, and afterwards whatever recovery shown should not be related to the starting line for magnitude or amplitude of the movement. The price may end up recovering only 20 percentage, 30 percentage, or whatever it may be. But most important part over here is to concentrate on the time for expected turning. So this is where these projections come handy for making a informed trading decisions intraday basis. and this is only for reference purposes, and one should concentrate on actual price movement with respect to time every day, all the day, rather than 100% depending on this projections, because while making a projections several factors has to be taken into consideration, and it is highly impossible to make every turn to be very precise, and it becomes uh, equal to a perfectionist. Even Gann was not quite near to that. He also did made some wrong calls, but we cannot gainsay his achievements and his uh, high wisdom, through which still we are remembering for his remarkable history he created. This Nifty pivots, even I did provide in the last week video also, as uh, we are doing. There is some inversions we are finding. 13th may not be a high, and 13 may be a low compared to what prices we had on 9th, and that do happens, but then going further it will get adjusted, as we are expecting on 16th a low, and instead of 13th we may see a 16th a low, and 23 a high, again 30th a low. So that is how sometimes it gets adjusted, and some turns get in motion. Nevertheless, this, in a nutshell, it will be very effective tool for taking a Q or two for trading. This is a major timely, monthly time frame turns which I have projected. As you can see, that seventh was suddenly a high. Sixth was a high, and, and thereafterwards we are moving down. Still, we are not on a recovery path. An expected down will be reached around 25th or 27th of January. Thereafterwards, a minor recovery or sideway movements we may see up till February middle, and going forward again a downward impulse. And let's see the chart, how and what is the position the Nifty is finding itself. Here is a chart. It is a end of day chart. Um, and you can see here that we are reaching back almost the low which was touched in the month of November, and we are expected to go still further low going forward. And I have drawn few of the angles to find out what are the support, what are the resistances, and etc. This angles which I have drawn over here are for very short time duration, not for a long time duration. For a long time duration, we have to take much more data, and consider 50 percentage low, high, and project the angles from those points to decide the main trend. And that I have already did it, and still we are in a downtrend, and there is no second thought or doubt should arise in anybody's mind. This is intraday chart, and these are all charts of various cycles that which are applicable to the Nifty. And let us now switch over to one more chart which I want to share with you. This is a chart wherein I have taken a reference low and have drawn just three angles. You can see that the first angle did give a pushback. The price came down and it touched again. The second angle acted as a resistance. It pushed it down. The third angle could not support the market. Now we are going below this. And these are very dynamic nature of angles. This has to be drawn on a weekly basis to get a better idea and the narrow price ranges which can help us for trading and keeping tight stop losses. So this I will be further advancing this angle to the lower point or the higher points and draw angles which which involves some of the calculations and taking the slope for considering the slope of the angle, and that are going to help us for calling a turn in the markets, that's for sure. And there, here I have drawn a line, some projecting Nifty movement for the year 2025. And this is going forward, this has to be changed because this I have taken some calculation of the previous years, but then this has to be changed a bit going forward as the prices manifest in a various patterns. Then let's come back to our original uh, slides, and this we have already discussed. These are weekly pivots, these are monthly pivots, and I don't want to, take much of your time. For any queries, you may contact me on Telegram at Anmohi. Email is anmohi@gmail.com. My website is anmohi.com. You're always welcome with your queries, clarifications, and any suggestions on my weekly videos or any education purposes. Thank you. Thanks for your time and support. Wish you a great, successful week ahead. And as usual, I, in fact, wish you profitable, successful trading time and enjoyable too. Bye.